Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the tournament. Real quick mention, it's Saturday. You guys know the deal by now. Saturdays, the newest raid boss going down. Arena happening just a few hours after this video goes live. So, roughly, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, or I guess 11 a.m. What is that, Pacific Time? So, yeah, if you got some free time and you want to come play Smash Bros, check out a new raid boss. Basically, it's an amiibo I trained up if you haven't seen it before. They're pretty beefy and you want to kind of test your skills. Come on, you'll see it. I'll make a post later giving you all the details and everything, but this should be good. Fun stuff. Saturdays are always great, but let's take care of business as well. We are back with the tournament, new matchup, new results, and yeah, so if you haven't seen it before, 100 characters are put into a tournament. Each day on the channel, I upload one of the matches from the tournament, and then I will talk about the 2 characters in the match. I might go over some facts, maybe a mini moveset, whatever it might be, and then we vote between one of the 2 characters down in the comments. But voting is a part of the rules, and there's a few more rules, so let me put them up on screen. And rules are very simple. Rule 1, this is for fun. Really, that means you can vote for whoever you want. Doesn't matter. If they're in the matchup, feel free to drop a vote for them. It's all good. It's all for fun. Doesn't hurt anybody in the long run. Haha. But anyway, rule 2, you only get 1 vote per person. How do you vote? Down in the comments, type the name of the character that you were voting for. Simple. If you happen to really like both the characters in the match for the day, you can vote for both by simply typing the word both. Always been a rule, always will be a rule. Simple. But let's see, the rest of the rules. Double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. And then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, well, if there's a tie, we're going to flip a coin on camera. Fairest way to break a tie. And then each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. So you have 7 days to get your vote in from when the episode first gets uploaded. Those are the rules. Let's go to the rest of the video. Alright, so we got some good results. So let's get to it. So again, loser bracket matchup. Somebody's being eliminated today. So the matchup from last week happened to be Agumon from the Digimon series, who was taking on Rex and or Pyra and or Mithra, whoever you would prefer. Yeah, we know who it is. But the votes is settled by less than 10. So that's still kind of close. But ultimately, the winner, where are we at? There it is. Agumon ended up winning this one. 48 votes to 37 for Rex and Pyra. So, real quick, here's how it kind of broke down. For Agumon, there was a lot of people, and I guess this is a big factor with a lot of people. I'm not surprised. But a lot of people said, I vote Agumon because Bandai deserves another rep. A lot of people said that. So, a lot of people are, I guess, just behind Bandai getting a new character. I'm there as well. But Agumon ends up winning. So, congrats to Agumon. Moves on. Unfortunately, though, Rex and Pyra have been eliminated. That's alright. Hey, they might still have a chance for the real Smash Ultimate DLC. This is just a little fan thingy. So, doesn't hurt nobody in the long run, right? But, yeah, Agumon gets to face Tails. But that'll be a matchup probably next week at some point. So, that is that. So, let's go to the matchup for today. And we're back in the winner's bracket. Meaning, I think we're down to like the final 8 characters in the winner's bracket, and all these characters have not yet lost. So it's pretty cool. We're getting down to some heavy, heavy hitters. But today's matchup, heavy weapons guy from Team Fortress. That'd be something to see, wouldn't it? Imagine that reveal trailer for a second. Woohoo! But heavy weapons guy, his opponent in this matchup, the limbless wonder himself, Rayman from Rayman. Simple. We got ourselves a good matchup. And let's see how this one fares out. So who's up first? Heavy. So I was kind of mentioning it, right? Could you imagine the reveal trailer, though, for a second? Say, next Smash Direct, as an example. It starts. We get the little Smash logo. Ooh, yeah, new Smash character. Here it comes. And then you get a couple characters fighting. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, Heavy, I don't know, there's like a sandwich for whatever, we all know Heavy in a sandwich. Don't touch a sandwich. But imagine like just a sandwich get flung onto the battlefield and everyone just stops and looks at it and goes, what? What is this? And then all of a sudden, here comes Heavy rolling through. I don't know. I'm not good at making up trailers for, unless it's like my top wanted character. But I could just imagine like the shock and awe. And I think that's what's really amazing about Smash Bros. The unpredictability, the characters that people don't talk about. I think that brings more hype, more to the conversation, in a so to speak. So we do get the same characters talked about, but for good reasons, right? So as an example, you know, maybe Doomslayer, maybe Steve from Minecraft, maybe Dante from Devil May Cry. You know, we get a lot of the same characters, Crash, Ryu Hayabusa, whatever. And I think if any of those characters were to get in Smash Bros, of course, if you're a fan of them, you will be totally stoked. You'll be very excited for that to happen. But I think, you know, for people that are like, all right, I'm speculating, I'm expecting this character, and if they do happen, maybe because they get talked about so much that it kind of dampens, it kind of dulls the, like, oh, woohoo, they got in, but, you know, it's not as great because, in a way, I was kind of expecting it. Some people get like that, and I get it. It's like, all right, I've heard enough about it. It's just like, all right, reveal them, and then I'll be happy. But the characters that nobody talks about, that nobody really does expect, Heavy would be one of those, right? Just a franchise, a company that's like, all right, yeah, probably won't happen, but then Nintendo might just be like, we're Nintendo, we have our own agenda, we do what we want. This is our game. We will go out and try to acquire the rights to any character we want. The fans might like it, or maybe Nintendo just goes, nah, we want to do this ourselves. So that could be a very heavy hitting. Stop with the puns. It could be a very big character. It would, in a way, it could break the internet. It could be one of those really just way out of left field, and that's the whole point of this whole spiel. Out of left field characters are so fun and just so like, where did that come from? That the excitement really just ramps up with Smash Bros. I mean, Heavy's got a great moveset potential. He's got some weapons at his disposal, you know, a minecart to push around, which would be kind of fun. Maybe he could be the only thing. So it could be like a side special, so to speak, and it's something that only he could end up pushing and moving around. Other characters, it just becomes like another obstacle on the stage, but he'd be able to push it around. You could use it for ledge guarding, you know, to kind of drop this minecart over the ledge. You could have some explosives in it as well. Maybe it goes off after time, whatever it might be. I mean, he's got his huge machine gun, or not machine gun, but his Gatling gun here. So there's great potential. You could even make use of a sandwich if you really wanted to, a part of his moveset. It'd just be something like he could take like 2, 3, 4 bites out of it, you know, not all at once, but like take one bite, heal yourself for 10% damage or whatever it might be, you know. It'd be kind of cool. So he's got a bunch of cool little aspects, cool little things that, you know, really make his character kind of, well, him in his own right. So he's got his own personality big time. So be a fun character to see. And look, there's like I've mentioned it before, the Heavy for Smash community is one of the biggest currently around. They have so many members, so many people following, and it's cool. I like to see, even if it's a character that I'm not particularly fond of. Not saying I am that way towards Heavy, but just seeing like the communities kind of just get together and just really rally behind a character. I got mad respect for that. I really do. It's cool to see for me personally. So look, and Festive, I know he's part of my Raid Boss arenas quite a bit of times, and he drops some knowledge on me for Heavy every now and then, which is always so cool to see and just kind of hear and read. It's all a learning process for me. Characters I've never heard of, characters I've heard of but don't even know, have a zero clue about, would be pretty fun. So I definitely would think Heavy would make a fantastic addition. He cracked my top 50 after all. But so did his opponent in this case, who happened to be Rayman. Rayman was a bit higher on the list. So I guess I wonder who I'm voting for in this one. But Rayman, though, I mean, like, isn't it just about time that Rayman gets in at this point? It's just about time. The whole Artsy Omni thing, I've covered this many times. Then the fan base just really rose up after the fake Rayman leak. It wasn't even a leak. It was just a fun thing Artsy did. And it was so cool to see. It was just like, whoa, this is legit. People at first were thinking this. Whoa, this is actually real. No way. And then the Rayman supporters just came out of the woodworks, and everyone's just, yeah, Rayman for Smash, Rayman. Thought maybe we could get him for Smash Wii U 3DS DLC at the time. Like, maybe that could happen. Then they got the random Rayman trophy. Like, what? A trophy? Why is his first appearance in Smash Bros. A trophy? that still baffles me to this day. But he got represented in Smash Bros. And like I was touching on this yesterday with Shantae and indie characters. That's a different degree because they're such small studios. But for a third-party gaming company and their studio, their IP, their characters to get repped in Smash Bros., which is what considered like the all-star gaming equivalent of, well, an all-star game. That's just like being repped in there is a privilege and an honor. Yes, fans want their character to be playable. Obviously, you want to play as your favorite characters, right? But Rayman kind of, I don't know. He's got the cartoonish style, which clashes well with. And I bring this up, and there's somebody else that always says, "Well, I like it when they don't clash, when they kind of stick out. It makes them feel a bit more special." And I could agree with you on that. I see your point there. But for me, I guess I just kind of I grew up with Nintendo, so maybe when I see Smash Bros, for example, and I look at all the characters and I go, all right, yeah, it's not the hardcore, realistic 4K graphic thing. It's Smash Bros touched up a bit in graphic wise, but it's still they got their cartoonish love. Rayman fits that style. But again, I could see the realistic characters, Snake and Bayonetta. I could see that. And, Cloud. I can see all that happening. And while they definitely bring their own flavor, and they definitely clash, I guess, well, if you want to put it, like, Smash Bros. Just does such a great job just, making a character, wherever they're from, cartoonish style, realistic, whatever. They do a good job smashifying them, and everybody just kind of fits. But Rayman, for me, I like to see that. But again, moveset is very simple, very easy. He's got a lot to pick from his games. He's got the limbs. He's got some good range to his attacks. You could be up close melee type of character. He can duke it out up close. But I mean, like, I think the main thing that might be holding Rayman back is that his games don't sell well in Japan. They're just not as big over there. And I don't know, Japan seems to kind of, for the most part, have, I guess, I don't know, if they're popular in Japan, then there's a better chance. Not the best chance, but there's a better chance that it could be in Smash Bros. But just because you're popular in Japan also doesn't mean you're going to make it in as well. But I don't know, I think Rayman's got it all. And Ubisoft, Nintendo, they work pretty well together. They had the Rayman, or the Rabbids Mario crossover game, which was awesome. Ubisoft finally got their first ever representation for Mii costumes. And back when Byleth came out, with the Rabbids Mii costumes and the Altair from Assassin's Creed. So it's pretty cool to see. So I don't know if maybe Nintendo was kind of like, hey, maybe we will reach out to new companies that aren't repped in Smash Bros. Yet. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll kind of put some feelers out. Anybody willing to come in and whatever it might be, spirits, assist trophies, fighters, items, stages, whatever it might be. It's just cool. So for me though, Rayman just happens to be higher on the list for me currently. So Rayman's got my vote in this one, but still think the surprise factor. I know I'm talking about heavy, but I don't mean this to sound bad at all. I don't expect it. So that way, I guess if it somehow did end up happening, it just makes it that much more special and just that much more like mind-blowing. That'd be really cool to see. But for me, Rayman's got my vote in this one today. So let me know who you guys got, Rayman, heavy, or both. We'll see what happens. And there's a chance. I mean, Shantae was facing Crystal in the matchup yesterday. So whoever wins this, most likely is going to end up facing Shantae, so you're going to need to bring it. You're going to need to bring your fans, bring them everybody. But, yeah. Anyway, that is it. So, I guess, sneak peek for Monday. We're sticking in the winner's bracket. First matchup on Monday. Well, there's only one matchup on Monday. But it's going to be Isaac from the Golden Sun Series. Yes, that assist trophy. And he happens to be taking on Spyro the Dragon, another iconic character in gaming. So that should be a fun matchup. That should be really good. But what results are we getting? Got to figure this out. Results we are getting are going to be from Scorpion, who is taking on Lana. We'll see how that one plays out. Anyway, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we catch you guys, or at least some of you guys in the arena. And hopefully we catch you on the next upload as well. Peace out, everybody.